To get started with the Cloud Natural Language API for Go, you'll need a GCP project, which you can set up in the console. In your project, enable the Google Natural Language API for that project. Then, create a service account and download the private key as JSON. You need these credentials to access Google Cloud APIs, so keep them secure and out of your code and public repos. To access the credentials from your project, go to the terminal and set an environment variable to the path of your service account. Now install the client library. If you use Cloud Shell in the console, you can skip this step since the required dependencies are already included. Make a new file or open an existing file. I'm using VS Code, but you can use whatever IDE you prefer. Import the Google Cloud Client Library as well as some other packages you need. Then instantiate a language client. If there's an error in instantiating it, handle it. For the purposes of this example, I'm just going to log it. Provide some text to analyze. I'm going to go with the classic example here. Call analyze sentiment, passing the context, a document object, and the type of encoding. The document comprises a source of content, which in this case is the text hello world, and a type of content, which is plain text. Include some error handling. Again, for now, I'm just going to log the error. If there is no error, the analyze sentiment function returns an analyze sentiment response. Analyze sentiment response has three properties: document sentiment, the overall sentiment of the input document; language, which is the language of the text; and sentences, which is the sentiment for all the sentences in the document. In this example, I'm going to focus on document sentiment. Log if the sentiment score is positive or negative. Score is a sentiment score between -1 for negative sentiment and +1 for positive sentiment. Okay, go ahead and run the code. And there you go. You just sent your first request to the Natural Language API. But there is more that the Cloud Natural Language API can do, like analyzing syntax and annotating text. To find out more about the client libraries, consult Natural Language Basics, or work through the sentiment analysis tutorial, check out the Cloud documentation.